Alright, good evening and welcome to episode 6 of Chill Play for Pantheon, Rise of the Fallen. Not gonna waste any time today. I'm ready to go. So, fun fact. Well, actually, the game didn't crash. Let me be a little bit more realistic on what happened. What actually happened is my computer crashed, which is very rare. For whatever reason, I don't have any health. Oh, actually, I know why that is. So I guess I'm lucky to be alive. I'm surrounded by wolves. Quite a place to log out for the night. Alright, so while we're doing that, I hope everyone's having a great night. Can't believe I'm actually on episode 6 of season 2 for Pantheon Rise of the Fallen. I can't believe I'm even playing this game, period. I mean, after how long I've been a part of the, let's just put it this way. I have been around since the very beginning. I remember the day that Brad McQuaid announced this and they had that meeting in the garage. Through the ups and the downs and everything in between. So yeah, it's really cool to be being part of this alpha testing period, trying out new things, and watching the improvements as they happen. One thing I'm big on is I don't like spoilers. Like, I'm gonna end up putting a lot of time into this world, so I have no intention of learning how to be the best at anything. Just running around, playing at my own pace, having fun. Last night was cool. Found an organic group and yeah, it was it was a lot of fun. It was my first time grouping, so my first time grouping with complete strangers. Let me say it right. And we had a blast. We wiped a couple times. We only wiped once. But it just goes to show it was, I was kind of like the leader of the group. I was also doing all the pulling. And, I try to make sure I didn't mess it up, so. And that's not a knock on the person that got us killed. It was one of those situations where the pull had to be perfect. And even I was like, I'm not going to do this pull. Like, I have a bad feeling about this. And they're like, oh no, don't worry about it. Look, you just got to do it like this. And those were like the famous last words. I'll show you how it's done. Yikes. Alright. I'm finishing up some quests here. Wanted to see where we're at with this normal quality wolf pelt. That's what we're trying to get. Whoa. No, I don't want to abandon that. Wrong button. But as for tonight, I mean, this is a chill play series, so there was some excitement last night. There was some more excitement the night before that. I was very giddy on episode 4. Sheesh. Oh my gosh, too many jokes, dad jokes and puns on that one. Yesterday was more about like questing exploration. But the goal tonight is to not have a goal. Like, it's Sunday. We all know what happens on Monday, right? So right now, as much as possible, I'm just trying to unwind, reset, chillax, drink a Mountain Dew, eat a moon pie. Relax. Do we think we can take a yellow one? I think we can. I think we should just try. So we're going to switch up some skills here. We're going to do swap this for Disciplined Swing. Deals 100% weapon damage to the target, bypassing 15% of the target's armor class. And then we're going to go ahead and take advantage of... Here we go. Whoa, 42. Big damage. Another one for 36. Doing great. Nice. We are wrecking this thing. Nice. That was pretty good. That was good. That was a yellow. Yeah, it felt like it was barely hurting me. This feels like a nice, nice camp. Plenty of spawns, and especially if I get into tailoring or something like that, should be fun. Tattered pelt, wolf meat. Okay, no good there. Alright. Well, I'll keep this place in mind. So, there's a yellow. That's a white. This is a pretty safe place. Plenty of spawns. Nice little solo spot. Curious to see what's around this corner. Maple tree. Ah, that's right. I was also looking for the ash logs. Ash logs. Some bears. Maybe we can get in a group too, just for the heck of it. Let's see where we're at. Social. Let's see if our friends are online. Huh. My friends list just disappeared. Ah, there we are. Okay, everyone's offline. Looking for group. Looking for more. Level 20. Xanthus, Super, Armorai. Monk, and Armorel. Let's see if everyone else joins. Yep. Okay, we got Xanthus, Armorel, and Super. Let's see if Super joins. Yeah, look at that. We got ourselves a group. Hi all. Alright, so just like that, we found ourselves a group. How's everyone doing tonight? I'm heading to Demuth Village to sell. You guys want to hit the bandit camp? Danfist said, not bad. Trying to get to level 10 tonight, hopefully. He also said, sure. Awesome. Can actually meet at the bridge. What's that bridge called? The bridge. I have no idea what that bridge is called. Do. We can actually meet at that bridge leaving Avendir's Pass. There's a camp near there. I'd like to hit. Yeah, let's just head out. Let's not waste any time. Everyone bound at the Bindstone in Alright, so we're gonna just head to there's a camp near here. Super looted 4 maple logs. Wow. Good job, pal. I want some maple logs. It's like, no, I need some ash logs. Let's see. Oh, everyone's behind me. Sounds like everybody's back there. Running in circles. Woohoo! We're all coming together. How exciting. Now I'm being greedy, trying to see if I can get this pump action. Okie dokie. Let's see here. Where are we going? Alright, we're gonna sell and then we're gonna meet up and go to hopefully not our certain death. Looks different. Interesting. Not sure what it is, but there's something different about that guy. Patch of wolf or bear claw, 50s. Bone fragments. Golden walnut. Eat this to restore 5% endurance or combine. Okay, cool. Let's see here. Wolf fang, tattered pelt, wolf meat, patch of wolf fur, and all this stuff I want to keep. 5 silver, 5 silver. Blackberries, I need those. Yeah, I need all this stuff. I need all that. Guanath? What the heck is that? Who the heck is that? No, okay. Some kind of placeholder NPC, I suppose. Where is everyone? Okay, so everyone's right there. Oh, wrong way, super. All right, we got everyone following us. Don't die. Ouch. The heck? Feels like something bit me. Alright, so we got a thief there. Let's see. Let me switch my skills to condemning blow. Generates 200 bonus threat. Nice. I don't think I've ever played. I'm thinking about real life, but yeah, sure, Minecraft. Alright, let me see here. Let's get focused. I don't even know. Do we have a healer or not so much? Monk? Oh, we have a Shami. We have a Shami. We're good. All is good in the hood. Oh, wait, hold on. 7, 8. Hey, wanna join us? Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Invite to group. Invite to group. to group. Invite to group. And invite to group. Nice. Alright, great. So Dire Lord, Cleric, Monk. Man, these guys are being clumsy. I don't know how. Not liking this. This guy's cutting wood. Oh man. Nice. All right. When ready, let's meet up by the entrance of the Myth Village. That's one fun part about random. Hey, Epileptic Gamer, how are you, man? Good to see you. Great to see you. As I was saying, one of the fun parts about completely random strangers is it's like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. Looks like wait, hold on. We got Draekos, Denock, Amaral, Alestis, and everyone. Except Zan and Super. Alright, I think we can get started. Super's not showing up. Normally it would say something. Well, that's kind of tight. We said that we would wait for this guy, and everyone just assumed the position. This is great. Oh, this is the dorkiest, coolest, nerdiest thing I've seen in a while. Complete strangers, and everybody understood the assignment. Oh man, that's awesome. Whoops. I just ruined it. That's awesome. Fluffy said, all understood what they had to do. Yep. Look, even this guy's like, what the heck is going on? Oh, gosh. Oh, is that him? No, that's not him. There he is. There's our boy. There's our boy. There's our boy. Do you want to bind, or are you fine? Actually, Super, do you want to bind? Or nah? Camp with bandits. I can pull to entrance. Once camp cleared, we pull panthers. So if I die... Alright, let's get it in. Okay, okay, that that was not supposed to happen. What the heck just happened? All right, so that was interesting. This is why I never lead or do anything like that, because anytime I get confident, something like that happens. Like, all right, I figured something out, and I know what I'm doing. And then the second I start acting like I know what I'm doing, life somehow throws me a curveball. Like, you have no idea what you're doing. It's awesome. All right. Well, it happens. Not a big deal. But hey, I mean, that's the beauty of these old school MMOs. You make one silly mistake and it will wipe you. Yeah, but I don't know, man. Something about that wasn't right. There's no reason why that should have happened. I'm not buying it. D-Hawk. Yo, D-Hawk. Yo, D-Hawk. Yo, D-Hawk. Yo, D-Hawk. Yo, D-Hawk. What up, dog? Oh, they must have come around the other way. Alright, there's the Black Panther. That joint is orange. We gotta stay away from that. That was wild. Boy, oh boy, this is kind of close. Mud snout boar. What the hey? What the? Dude. I think I like this over here more. All right, let's take these stalkers out. Stalker Inc. Let's get it on up. Something's not right. My threat level is not going up fast enough. My wrath, I mean. My wrath is not going up fast enough. Something feels off. It's like either I'm not landing my hits, or is it me? Is it something else? Something feels silly. Wrath. Xanfist dealt 29 damage to a Viper. Where is he at? Is he alright? Xanfist is in danger. No, he's alright. And is this bat deadly? There he is. Okay. Alright, great. That was really good. Yeah, now we're cooking with butter. All right, I think we're dialed in. Alright, I think we've got into our flow state. This is juicy. I like this. We got a full group. Everyone's on one accord. My threat level is super high, or wrath I should say. Oh, let's heal Zan first. Oh, some kind of epic music. Sheesh. Yeah, this epic fighting music is super random. Comes out of nowhere. Gets pretty loud too. They're probably like experimenting. Oh, this one's red. Oh, that's probably why. That makes so much sense. I guess that's actually pretty cool that there's an audio cue for when something's red. So you know that you just bit off potentially more than you can chew. Now the XP we're getting right now is insane. Like literally a few more minutes of this consistently, we're gonna be up there. I think I'm the lowest level person in the group. Yeah, I'm level 7. D-Hawk is level 8. Lestre is level 7. Super is level 8. Almiro is level 7. Yep. Hold on. Godian Night Runner. What? What's happening? Tarnished longsword. Where are the Panthers? Another red one. Yep. Nice. It is so dark, I cannot see a thing. Oh. So I'm just gonna pull it. Come on. Oh, I didn't even see it. So this is really exciting. I've been pretty quiet just because I've been like dialed in. But essentially, we're gonna level up any minute. We're super close. There we go. We did it. We did it. That was awesome. So just to recap, we found a random group and I just started inviting random people, and now we're deep in the fray. After all this is said and done, I'm excited to see what my level 4 skill is all about. I mean, level 8, level 4. Oh wait, hold on, that wasn't me. I didn't level up. So who leveled up? Okay, so timeout. That was actually hilarious. I didn't level up. Zanfast leveled up to level 9. That's awesome. I mean, that's awesome that I thought it was me, but it wasn't. Why would he do that? Okay, now I'm level 8. Why can't I hear? Seriously, guys? Come on. All right. Well, I hope that was a learning lesson for everyone. When somebody says, I'm the designated puller, or whoever that might be, if somebody says, all right, I'm the designated puller, that means you do not pull. The person that is the designated puller is the designated puller. So now it's official. Okay. I officially dinged to level 8. And everything happens for a reason. I'm actually gonna go buy my level 8 skill because it's right outside of the it's right outside of the, what is that place? Right outside of this place wherever I'm at. Demeth. Right outside of Demeth Village is the what do you call it? Yeah, that's the thing about that kind of interaction. Like, nothing wrong with what the guy did. He made an honest mistake. We get trigger happy when we get in our flow state and we start killing non-stop. But then then people lose track of time. But a second you get wiped, and if people already realize it was like a little late, they're like, all right, I gotta call it. That was a good place to stop. So all right, I think that's pretty cool. I mean, we did what we needed to do tonight. I'm still gonna stay on, but it was a quick little group. I mean, I made it almost half of a level just from that quick interaction. So, all right, scroll. Hymn of Devotion. Increases the outgoing healing of your group members by 20%. All right. And this is level 8. You radiate celestial flame in an 8-meter radius. Enemies inside this radius will generate increased hate and take divine damage over time. Huh. Okay, that's interesting. So we have level 6, level 7, level 8, and level 8. Alright, so let's buy him. And buy him. Okay. That's a cool shot. That's probably going to be my thumbnail or whatever for the next episode. Yeah, something like that. Cool. All right, no more Pixel Quest for now. Good night, all. Thanks again for the good group. That was a good group. Awesome. Everyone agrees that was a good group. Alright, so let's memorize our new spells. Learn ability scroll. And of course we're going to try it and see what it does. I'll be right back. Quick bio. Actually, before I go to the restroom, there's a Bootify said, I've been playing for the free weekend. Game isn't bad, but it needs a lot more work than I would have thought considering how long it's been in development. Yeah, no, I wouldn't even call it a game yet. I mean, it's an alpha. Hold on. It's an alpha, right? So the game, the people that are taking part in this are pretty much part of the development team. But and that's what I've been saying on every stream. It's like, we're doing this. Part of it is to have fun, but the larger part of it is to help them develop the game. As for how long it's been developed, it's a long. I've been around since 2014, so I can tell the whole story from beginning to end. And I can say there's some pretty good reasons why it's at the state that it's in. But I 100% agree with you, Zabutify. The game has a long way to go. And anyone that takes part in this needs to lower their expectations to, you are officially a game tester. That's why when people say, oh, should I invest? Should I buy this game? I said, there's no game. This is an alpha development game. There's a big difference. This is not early access. This is in alpha testing phase. Now, certain people like myself, I'm into game development. I follow indie developers. I test their games. I jump on their test, like stress tests, alpha tests. I did PAX Day, I did Evercraft, I did Monsters and Memories. Like, this is just something I enjoy doing. Every single one of those, I go with the expectation that I'm not receiving. Well, first of all, I'm not receiving anything. Period. What I'm getting, I should say, is the opportunity to be part of the development process. So that was a very long way of saying, yeah, 100% agree with everything you said in your comment. All right, I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Microcross said it's free. Yeah, actually, as I walked away, I realized I didn't realize they had any kind of free weekend. I know they had a stress test back in January. It was like either a 1 or 2 day stress test that they did, and I think they made it free. But from what I understand, the alpha testing is currently only available to specific pledge packages. Well, actually, I'm 100% aware that the only testing that's currently available is to people that are investing in the development process, right? With the understanding that, you know, there's no contract, there's nothing that's necessarily owed to the pledger. You're basically offering a donation, like, hey, I want to see this game succeed. I support the project, so here's some money to make it a reality. And then in return, they're basically saying, okay, cool, you can be part of the testing process. If Zabutify is talking about what happened back in January or February, yeah, when I did that stress test, I'll be honest, I didn't even play the game. I basically parked a Draekos, and if you look at my videos, you'll see there's a time-lapse video of I just sat and watched the sunset rotate, moon, sunset, all that. I didn't even play the game. Something about it just felt like I didn't want to play. So what's crazy, though, is from January to May, I feel like everything is 100% different. The lighting's different. The textures are slightly different. And they keep repeating this too. They're like saying, none of this is final. You also are not going to get access to the entire world because they don't want to spoil the world, right? I don't think any developer would want to give access to an alpha state of a game and give access to every zone, right? So currently you basically get the main starting zone, which is where Throne Fast is located, and then you get Avendir's Pass, which is the zone we're in now. Now it's going to be seamless in the future, but currently there's zone lines. So yeah, to answer your question, Micro Crossfox, the game is not free. The game is in early alpha development, and the testing is available to people that are basically donating to be a part of the development process. So my answers are always long-winded, but that's because I try to sprinkle in context and explain the why, just so I can set proper expectations. They had a free weekend this weekend. You had to register by the end of last week using a code from Cone Carnage. Oh! And now it's nighttime. I guess somebody flipped the sword. Okay, so thank you for clarifying, Zabutify. I had no idea. So I guess Cone Carnage, I know him. He's that streamer dude. He was giving out like free free keys. Okay, well yeah, no, then 100%. You're seeing what I'm seeing. So basically, what's the area? We're in the Throne Fast area now. So this is like one of the main starting areas, and I would say this is the only thing that's like moderately fleshed out that is actually available to anyone. Avendir's Pass is still being developed. There's a snow biome that's still being developed. I know there's like elvish stuff. You also don't have access to any of the races, so you get access to a human. Everyone looks exactly the same, so no character customization or anything like that. And then there's I think 6 or 8 classes available, but there's like a total of 10 or 12. So yeah, I need to stay up on the news, because if I knew about that Zabutify, I might have told more people that, hey, they're having a free test this weekend, but I really don't keep up with this stuff. So I'm glad you said something. And the other thing is, I mean, I'll tell you right now that this MMO is not for everyone. There's a couple of MMOs that I can think of that are kind of like classically inspired MMOs with some modern quality of life stuff. There's going to be an entire group of people that just, this is not their style, you know. But also, I don't recommend anyone play a game that's in such early development. And I mean, the devs might hate me for that, but I'm just being realistic. Like, I think the vast majority of people are so used to early access titles that they might confuse this for an early access, and this is far, far, far from being an early access title. This is about as alpha as it gets. Zabutify said, I didn't explore much past the area where the the quest giver by the fountain was. Yeah, Zabutify, M&M, Monsters and Memories. That's, again, not everyone's style, but for me, that's the game I'm most excited of. And you see, I'm excited about it not because of graphics or anything like that. I'm excited because I love the development team of Monsters and Memories. I love their vision. I love their tenets. I love everything that they stand for. Let me turn this down a bit. I'm definitely excited for Monsters and Memories. But I also wasn't expecting to like this as much as I do. Like, I'm... Every single day, I mean, after... every single day after, like, doing whatever I have to do, I just get really stoked to hop into the world. I'm actually going to that place you just mentioned, the Scavenger. That's the name of the guy that's by the well, or the fountain, whatever you want to call it. So we're heading over there now. But yeah, if you if you think so, in this is probably the only stream where I've actually like spent time grouping with people. And all my other streams, I'm basically just nerding out, exploring, like staring at the sunset, like goofy, dorky stuff. And the whole time I'm doing it, I got a smile from ear to ear because I'm just having such a good time. Meanwhile, another person might just be like, this is complete trash. And they wouldn't be wrong, because everyone's entitled to their own opinion, you know? Something about this just has a nice feel to it. Even in its current state, you know? I'm kind of old, retired. I remember the days of really rough alphas. The alpha aspect didn't bother me. I just hadn't followed the game that much and was surprised at the state after so many years. Yeah, so the 10-year... so let's just rip the Band-Aid off. The game's been in development for 10, 11 years. They launched in 2014 to a failed Kickstarter inside of a garage with Brad McQuaid, which is the original game developer behind EverQuest. He also created Vanguard, Saga of Heroes, and some other projects, but EverQuest being what he's most notable for. He wanted to create a game that basically was a spiritual successor to Vanguard, Saga of Heroes, and EverQuest. And they were basically such a small team of about like 6 or 8 people at first, and then it slightly grew. But they tried to do the Kickstarter method. So they raised a certain amount of money, but because they didn't reach their Kickstarter, they got $0.00. So they started trying to fund it in a different way. In that process of development, they were using Unity and Unity assets because they're really focused on the game mechanics and making what this game special really is. Not the graphics necessarily, but the gameplay. Fun gameplay was one of his tenets, and he wanted to create a world. He's like, I don't create games. I want to create worlds. Like, it's one of his like famous quotes. So continue on all these years from 2014. Brad McQuaid. There's actually a really good video about this. But fast forward all these years, they're building, expanding on this game. They've got Unity assets, right? And they start to kind of do some graphics work, do a little bit of this, do a little bit of that. They reached a point where they realized that building off of those Unity assets was a big mistake. The server wasn't stable. Like, the game was fun. Like, Cone Carnage and other people were playing it. It was fun. But it was a painstakingly slow development process for such a small team to build an MMORPG, especially with next to no funding, because they're a very niche team, right? So all this is happening. They're building a game. The people that are playing it are having fun. The people that are behind the scenes in the like pre-alpha stage, they were having a good time, but there was an NDA behind it, so you couldn't really hear anything. So they didn't have a good PR team where, you know, you could get an update maybe once a month, but you wouldn't get gameplay footage sometimes for like 6 to 8 months, right? So the hype wasn't really there. Fast forward to 2019, Brad McQuaid tragically passed away. So the visionary behind this video game, the person that basically started it and led the team, passed away suddenly. So that was November 18th, 2019. He passed away. Shortly after, a decision was made by the development team that they would continue working on the project. They just wanted to push through for the sake of his vision, legacy, but nothing had changed from a funding perspective. They were still relying 100% on pledgers, basically on donations from players. They had no outside funding. They had no big development or publisher team behind them. They were doing everything with whatever they got. Now we're in 2020. As you all know, that's when COVID hit. The offices basically shut down and everyone, you know, was working from home. I think a lot of the team was already working from home at that time, just because that was an easier way of developing. And around 2021, I think, is when everything started to come together, that a decision had to be made on, do we just keep doing the same thing, trying to rebuild Unity assets, go for this ultra realistic look that is going to age quickly, or do we try something different? And that's when they realized that we need to shift the art style. We need to shift how we do the testing and the alpha process. And again, I'm butchering this part of the story, but it's like 2020, 2021 is when all the changes started happening rapidly, right? And then the development process actually sped up from there, because now they were using their own assets. They were creating their own textures. They were doing their own models. And if anyone that's in game development or any kind of development knows, depending only on placeholders will get you so far. But once you start to try to optimize that game and copycat those assets, you realize that it's just unoptimized and it's the server's crashing and it's all crazy because there's so much mismatched code. I mean, think about it. It's like imagine 2 types of code. I mean, same language and everything, but you have to kind of fix the code on the back end if something goes wrong, but you don't know what went wrong because you're not the one that wrote the code originally, right? There was like server issues and blah, blah, blah. So long story short, here's the way I look at it. I've been around since 2014. I never pledged any money, so I didn't have any kind of emotional attachment to it. But because I saw everything for what it worked, I've always given them a lot of grace, right? I think of them as the hero here because they're such a small team and they're just trying to make their vision come alive, right? They're not EA. They're not Sony, right? Look at what happened to Helldivers recently. They're not all these epic game stores and whatever. These people are literally dorks and nerds like you and me that want to play an MMO similar to EverQuest and have a vision that they want to bring to life. I respect that. I also know that people aren't perfect. I make mistakes. You make mistakes. And I think the difference is when you make a mistake, do you try to fix it or do you just ignore it and just continue making more mistakes? I feel like this development team has made mistakes, admitted to their mistakes, and then try to fix their mistakes. And anytime I see a person do that, I want to treat them the same way I'd want to be treated, which is grace. I'd want somebody to say, okay, you messed up, I forgive you, and because you want to change, I'm going to continue supporting you. So that's kind of been my outlook on this team. And fast forward to 2024. With all that context in mind, I feel like the game's really, truly been in development for like 3 or 4 years. If I were to Google this project, it's, 2014, this is all we get. But once you understand the context, you realize, I see. So the game's really, truly only been in real, ramped up development for like 4 years, which would be an accurate statement. I'll use Valheim as an example. A lot of people don't realize, they see Valheim took 5 years to develop. The reality of it is the development of Valheim started 10 years ago. Well, it's like 11 years by now. It started in college. It was like a college, not a cafeteria, like a library. And they were playing with Unity and doing all that stuff. But a lot of people didn't see that kind of stuff. The other problem with this project is it's been in the public eye since 2014. Like, it's not like GTA 6 where that game's been in development for like 8 or 10 years, but we haven't known it was in development. No, but because they were so private with it. I think, and this is one of the mistakes I think too, is because they needed funding, because they needed donations, this game has been in the public eye since 2014. So you can imagine the amount of pressure that they've had always being in the public eye, always being scrutinized, always being judged. So yeah, I wouldn't want to work in that kind of environment. Yeah, and I apologize to Buddhify because when I get off on these tangents, I talk a lot, so I'm done. So Buddhify said, I appreciate the recap. It makes more sense now. Yeah, and it doesn't make it, and it doesn't really excuse anything. It's just, I think everyone can make their own decision of whether or not this is acceptable. But my humble opinion is, like, it is what it is, you know? And the next time you do get in, I think you went through the same thing I did. Like, I'm telling you, when I first logged in, I felt kind of disappointed. Like, I saw placeholder mobs, right? I would walk up to a mob and I would like hail them to see if they had a quest, and they all had the same kind of, I'll show you what I mean. Okay, well, this one's a bad example, right? She's actually got something to say. But imagine logging into the game for the first time, right? And I'm logging in. Okay, she's got a quest. She's got stuff too. I'm looking for somebody that doesn't have anything to say. Okay, well, that's a guard. But basically, every single mob I clicked on when I first logged in was like, well met, traveler. And then I'd walk up to the next person and be like, and it would be well met, traveler. I'm like, okay. I immediately got reminded of how early development this game was. And then I ran around a little bit. I didn't know who or what to go to, right? I went to the quest giver at the well, and then something just didn't sit right with me. I'm like, you know what? I'm not even gonna do this right now. Like, I've had a long week. I'm not trying to sit here and try to figure this out. I'm just gonna wait until a different time to try this game out. Fast forward to what I'm doing now, and I'm actually having fun. But my very first like experience, I was like, I don't even feel like playing this. But I promise, once you actually get into it, start looking at the questing, the crafting, the looting, the, you know, all the MMO stuff, it gets really fun. And me personally, I've actually fallen in love with the art style, knowing that obviously a lot of these textures are going to be replaced. But it's got this like weird kind of like painted look mixed with like a cell shaded look. Like when I say cell shaded, I mean like the Zelda type of style. And then you have like all your modern, what do you call it? The modern lighting, modern fog, and all this other effects, weather effects, shadows, blah blah blah. It's and the sound design, dude. The sound design in this game, like I mean, everything from just the footsteps to the birds chirping and the hornets and the wolves. The sound effects are phenomenal. Like that caught me off guard when I started playing this at first, and I was just like, shoot, I just got sidetracked. I was going in to turn in a quest. Oh man. Alright, so this was just for harvesting, so got that done. No, I don't want to take that quest pisses me off. 7 moon lily petals. Yeah. Zabutify said, overall I've had fun. It just caught me off guard after so many years in development, but you explained that. No, I think that's a very fair assessment, and I think they're very well aware of it too. They've kind of accepted it as a meme and have even made fun of themselves. Like 10 years, right? Like they'll sometimes just take a jab at themselves, and there's nothing wrong with calling people out for that. And regardless of context, like, you can't expect everyone to know that whole story. 10 years is 10 years. You've been in the public eye for 10 years. You're good at catch flack. You know. Fortunately, they have some pretty thick skin. I don't with the amount of hate they've received over the years, I don't think I would have survived it. There are people that literally camp out on their YouTube and they wait until they drop a new video. And as soon as they drop the video, people just start logging in and making like nasty comments. If that was my work environment every day, I would quit. I would be like, nah, this is not for me. I'm like, I don't get paid enough to deal with this trash. But they stuck through somehow, some way. Hold on, I gotta check something real quick. I'll be right back, 2 seconds. All right, I'm back. Zabudify said, sad that people do that, but I guess I shouldn't be surprised. Yeah, to be honest, I'm beyond disappointed with the MMO community lately. That's why I don't even consider myself a gamer. And to be honest, in my defense, I am not a gamer. I really just don't get a chance to play video games. Part of the reasons why I'm on YouTube is because I like video editing, I like cinematography, I like this stuff. And this is my excuse to basically like mix video editing with playing an MMO. Like, so now I get to make time because I don't feel as guilty, you know? But I think the MMO community has a lot of recovering to do. I'm not sure what's going on. I think a lot of the MMO community is great. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to bundle everyone in the same category. But I read these comments, not just on Pantheon, but in other places. And I don't know if people just are unaware or just socially incapable of understanding the consequences of their actions. And maybe they just forget that they're not talking to an NPC, they're talking to a human being, right? But some of the stuff I read that people post is just maybe they're fake accounts, right? Because I would never want to post some of the stuff these people say out of embarrassment for my own reputation, right? My internet reputation, so to speak. Because I've read some pretty stupid stuff. All right, so let's see here. And again, I understand some of the hate for Pantheon. Like, first of all, no, I don't understand any hate. Hate shouldn't even be a word that comes out of a video, like a gamer's mouth, right? We're talking about a video game, right? Like, let's just get really real. If somebody has the time to sit down and log into YouTube and go to a video game's YouTube page, and as soon as they launch a video to come in and start posting a negative comment, that person needs to get a job. Hold on. That person needs to get a job, get a girlfriend. Hold on. I'm just going to, just so the people in the back can hear. If that's you, if you're the type of person to go out on the internet with your keyboard warrior, nacho face, Mountain Dew drinking personality, and you would do that to a development team, you need a girlfriend, you need to touch grass, and you need to get a life. Because I'm a nerd, dude. I'm a geek, I'm a nerd, I'm a dork, but like that's another level of, oh man, I just don't understand those kind of people. And maybe they're just hateful people. Maybe they're just filled with hate, envy. And I'm sorry to be taking it this far, but I wonder about the psychology of these people. Were they abused? Were they, what could possess someone? That's a good word, possess, to have so much hatred and evil to write some of the stuff they write. And again, I'm going to go back to what I just said. As if you're talking to an NPC. You're talking to another human being with a family, with a job, responsibilities. They got to go to sleep at night. They got to wake up in the morning. And some of the stuff I read is just like so ignorant. So freaking ignorant. So I apologize. I have a lot of faith in humanity despite everything we see in the world. I always try to be positive. I try not to talk about these things, but I mean, that's how I feel deep inside. I'm just like, dang, man, why you gotta be such a dick? Like, I got 3 kids, man. I'm a married man. I got 3 kids. I wouldn't want my kids being like that. Shoot, I'd whip out the belt quick if I ever heard my kids talking like that or trying to bully somebody or something like that. That's ridiculous. You don't bully people. And if you are a bully, your ass whooping's gonna come. You just wait. One way or another, life will catch up to you. Alright, we're done. This is chill play. Genuinely apologizing for that. Alright, so I actually want to discover one last thing before I log off for the night. This was supposed to be my reset before the work week. I heard there's some mountain hobgoblins. Oh, here goes the Bootify. This is prime graphics design and development. This is that Unreal 6.9. Sorry, I had to switch up the mode a little bit. Damn it, man. I gotta calm down with these hot takes, man. I be saying some stuff sometimes. I meant everything I said. It's just like, I don't feel like my channel, or whatever you want to call this place, my YouTube, is never meant to be like controversial or combative or angry or bitter or anything like that. So I apologize for that hot take. Not trying to be that guy. All right, so I know we got to go this way. One last thing I will say, Zabutify, when I'm talking about these people that are being like cruel and negative, I'm not talking about people giving constructive feedback. I think constructive feedback is really good, you know? Constructive feedback is really good and necessary. That's the whole point of being part of game development. Chewy Game said, some things in this game break my immersion. Absolutely. Like every single time I walk up to a fox that looks like that, it reminds me that I'm an alpha tester for a game. 100% agree. Or when you jump off of a bridge and you land on water, you die. You know, because the water is not complete yet. Right? Swimming is not in the game. Not like New World, you know, that game is fully released and doesn't have swimming. I'm talking about when you try to get in water, it's just solid. It's like walking on concrete. But there's definitely going to be swimming in the future because there's an entire race that has gills. So basically, it's going to be able to. There's going to be a lot of water stuff upon release. The deer and the fox especially. No, absolutely. For me, it doesn't bug me that much. Like, I mean, it'll kind of pull me out for a second, but I also play EverQuest 99% of the time. My main go-to is EverQuest, and one thing that EverQuest has taught me is basically how to just fill in the gaps. Like I'll put it to you this way, and I'm not trying to be, if this is somebody's game out there, I'm like, please understand, I'm not knocking your game, right? This is my personal experience. I played PAX Day, right? And I couldn't get immersed because I felt like I was in an empty world surrounded by other gamers that were just building. Again, okay, that was like a simplified way of saying it, but now I'm going to give some context. I played PAX Day. I think it's absolutely beautiful. It looks amazing in Unreal 5, whatever. I immediately, looked up at the horizon and noticed how the draw distance was crisp and clean and the graphics were great. Everything about that was great. And I'm going to finish on this. When I started playing it, and because there wasn't like a lot of points of interest, like buildings or like random things, it just felt like, oh, I have to build this game, which is what they say. It's like the players are going to build the game. I couldn't get immersed. You know what I mean? Like, I saw a couple of mobs and stuff. And again, that game is in early development too. But I realized very quickly that the game wasn't for me, you know? So I completely understand when you're saying struggling to immerse yourself. I was playing a game that was graphically 100-fold better than this one, right? But I was able to get more immersed into this than something like PAX Day. And here's the water I was talking about. It's kind of like ice skating. I gotta catch up on this. Yeah, I gotcha. Like I said, the deer and the fox, especially. Chewy Game said, "So Buddhify, yeah, I gotcha." Like I said, I'm kind of old, so I totally appreciate the difference between constructive criticism and just whining to whine. Yeah, I mean, I guess you can say I'm old too. You know what I mean? I don't. When I think of myself, I don't think of myself as a day older than 13 years old. But then I have to look in the mirror and realize I'm 36. Chewy Game said, "I have a Jesus moment every time I walk on water." I don't blame you. Zabutify said, "Anyway, I tested Vanguard for ages before it released, and the game has similar vibes." Yeah, so I keep hearing that. Like Vanguard, Saga of Heroes. I actually wanted to try the emulator because, I mean, anything Brad McQuaid, I want to try it, right? Like I don't get too emotional, but when Brad McQuaid passed, I cried a little bit because like an actor could pass away, a singer could pass away, some kind of important person. I would never get emotional. I'd be like, that's terrible. I'd have empathy. But when Brad McQuaid passed away, I genuinely cried because that was my childhood. I felt like a part of my childhood died because he created what made my childhood amazing at 13 years old when I was playing EverQuest in 1999 for the first time, you know? So anything Brad McQuaid, I would love to try. And Vanguard Saga of Heroes is available to play as an emulator, but I hear there's a lot of stuff missing because they don't have the original code. It's either behind lock and key or it's just deleted. So Chewy Game said, "Until I dropped from a cliff down and hit concrete water." Oh my gosh, that has happened to me so many times. I'll be like looking over the environment and next thing I know I'm falling and dying on water, on concrete water. All right, that's enough. This is great. This is a great potential game. The community is great in game. Ditto on Aradune. Yeah, Aradune. You know which community I'm in love with? Monsters and Memories. Like if I can fanboy out about any game, it's definitely Monsters and Memories. Like respectfully, I think this is very fun and great. But I am so excited for Monsters and Memories. I'd say first place would go to Monsters and Memories, second place would go to Pantheon, Rise of the Fallen, and third place would go to Evercraft Online. Just because when I for the gameplay, right? I'm not like a fan of the Minecraft graphics, but I also don't hate it, right? I think the gameplay in it is just really fun. But Monsters and Memories, oh my gosh. I think that game will succeed only because of the community. Like, not only, but if it could be successful for a lot of reasons, right? But the community in Monsters and Memories is amazing. Sean, the developer, who was one of the lead devs for original EverQuest, I think from the Looklyn and Plains of Power era, he's amazing. I've spoken to some of the dev team, like on one-on-ones. They're freaking awesome. Yeah. And Chewy Game said, for real, me, it's this or EQ MMO wise. Yeah, I mean, I'd rather be playing EverQuest 90% of the time. once this playtest is over, I think I get like 2 weeks access because I upgraded my pledge recently. Once this is done, I'm going back to EverQuest. 100%. I got level 17 druid on Project Worm that's waiting for me patiently. And I've got friends I've been neglecting. The other thing I'm going to work on soon is I'm going to play my first playthrough of Baldur's Gate. I've waited this long because I just wanted to wait, right? But now I'm ready to make the jump. I played Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 back in the 90s, 2000s. And I'm super excited for the next chapter. Let me show this off. I don't know why, but I really like this model. Like, it reminds me of the classic EverQuest Hornet, but just like in a weird kind of 3D-esque. I don't know, man. Just Chewy said just waiting for Teak to drop. So that's like a TLP, like that's on EQ Live, right? I don't play EQ Live, but I hear that they're going to be launching like some new TLPs. Oh, so you're just like me, Chewy. I'm 100% a druid nerd. I play a druid and any chance I get. I found it. I found it, guys. I'm excited. This is great. All right. So I was looking for the Hobgoblin camp, and we made it. And they're probably going to wreck me, but we're going to try it anyways. Orange is certain death. Dark orange is even more certain death. And we're just going to give it a shot. Rocketeer? Yeah, no. I need to come back here with a friend or two. This is going to end badly for me. We're going to go for it. Alright, let's get focused real quick. I don't even know what this new skill does, but we're about to find out. I shouldn't have used that hero. Yeah, look at his health bar and look at mine. I'm so dead. I'm so dead. Alright, rest in peace. Cute little guy. Alright. Well, at least I found where the camp is. He said be ready to jump. He said, Chewy said, I climbed up there twice and got wrecked. Be ready to jump. Yeah. Are they glitching or something? Why is it nighttime over here and daytime over there? Something's not syncing, right? They need to fix that, but... I mean, I don't mind the nighttime, especially when the moon's out. The lighting's pretty tight. I'm just glad I got into that group when I first logged in. Because that got me to level 8 pretty quick. What I'm gonna do though is, since it's work night, it's about 1:30 in the morning, I'm going to casually call it. Let me find a nice pretty place to camp out. Yeah, right there. Oh, that's gonna be pretty. Yoink. I'm gonna sit up here like Mufasa. Alright guys, I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me. Chewy said the Gobbies have great models. I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me and hearing my nerdy antics. Just as a friendly reminder, I'm not like a YouTuber or content creator. I'm just a random dude that occasionally plays and records his footage. So when you guys do come, it's nice to hang out. I don't encourage anyone to subscribe or like or do any of that YouTube stuff. If you decide to do that, that's great, but it's not requested or required. So I just really enjoy doing this, and I'm grateful for every person that swings by and just chats. So all of you are amazing, and till next time.